Okay, so let's go now to in Louisiana. They just passed a law to allow the Ten Commandments being shown in in classrooms. And Donald Trump is a big fan of that. In fact, President Trump is in the early hours of Friday endorsed displaying the Ten Commandments in public schools days after Louisiana became the first state in the country to require it. The Louisiana law will inevitably draw legal challenges that, with a 6-3 Republican majority on the U.S. Supreme Court, could redefine 40-year-old limits on how far states can go to endorse religion in public spaces like schools, which, with that Supreme Court, we pretty much already know two judges who will favor it. And, the other ones, there's a good possibility they could favor it too, which is, again, the exact opposite of what this country is supposed to be. We are supposed to be separating church and state, even though people will yell and scream that is not in the Constitution. You cannot find the separation of church and state in the Constitution. You are absolutely correct. You cannot find those words exactly, but you can read the language in the Constitution that made it quite clear that one religion for sure is not going to dictate how we live in this country. But the funniest part is Donald Trump endorsing this, and for him to have the balls to endorse the Ten Commandments is quite Donald Trumpish. For him to pretty much ignore, I don't even know if he even knows what's in the Ten Commandments, but even if he did, he would steamroll right over it and just say, yep, this is a great thing, because he is grifting the evangelical voters into thinking that he's some highly religious, Jesus-loving freak who absolutely adores the Ten Commandments and follows all 10. I think obviously we know that is not true. In fact, Jimmy Kimmel on his show just recently did a pretty little funny piece about how he may not follow pretty much any of them.
Right? I mean, if you're talking about the Ten Commandments, the governor said he's looking forward to a legal challenge. He believes this is a big win for him politically. Now, this is the kind of thing we have to deal with now in the Trump era. Everything is upside down. People are doing things just for attention. In fact, let's go over those Ten Commandments. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt make no idols. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord in vain. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Honor thy father and mother. You know what? I'm going to give him that one. He has his mom's hairdo. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness. And thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Okay? It's 1 for 10. Not bad.
1 for 10, not bad. So that was pretty funny what Jimmy Kimmel did. I mean, the balls for somebody to come out and tell people that this is a great idea, you've certainly committed adultery multiple times. You definitely stole, and quite a few of the other ones. We could go down the list just like Jimmy did, and it's quite obvious that Donald Trump is just a grifting liar.